All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. And further news with the massive Twitter scam that occurred on Wednesday. Easily one of the biggest social media hacks I think I've ever seen, maybe the world has ever seen. Major, huge celebrities, even United States presidents, vice presidents, presidential candidates were all hacked in a way that was fairly interesting. So Twitter is now restricting posts that contain cryptocurrency addresses. So no more of that. That includes Whale Alert on Twitter, a social media account that tracks large cryptocurrency transactions and then shows you the wallets. And you can't do that anymore because if you post that, then I guess apparently your tweet is automatically deleted or just can't post it at all. So Twitter appears to have disabled the ability to share strings of numbers and letters on its site following a widespread attack Wednesday that resulted in the posting of Bitcoin giveaway scams from accounts owned by major figures like Joe Biden, Bill Gates, and many others. The move is likely aimed at preventing would-be fraudsters from sharing cryptocurrency addresses made up of a random string of letters and numbers. So how they're actually supposed to block that, I don't really know. In a bid to solicit cryptocurrency from victims, Wednesday's breach resulted in Twitter users sending more than 100,000 to the same Bitcoin address shared by compromised accounts, all of which promised outside rewards for those who sent funds. At the time of publication, tests conducted by the block research show Litecoin, XRP, Monero, Bitcoin, and Ethereum addresses are unable to be shared. It just says something went wrong, but don't fret, let's give it another shot if you try to tweet that. Trying to share such an address populates the following message. This request looks like it might be automated, and again, what I had just said. As previously reported, Twitter has blamed a coordinated social engineering attack on yesterday's platform crisis pursued by attackers who successfully targeted some of our employees with access to internal systems and tools. We know that they use this access to take control of many highly visible, including verified accounts, and tweet on their behalf. And we're looking into what other malicious activity they may have conducted or information they may have accessed, and we'll share more as we have it, the company's support account explained late Wednesday. So apparently somebody got a hold of the actual system internal tools of Twitter, and I read that they simply just changed, at that point you can just change whatever email is associated with the account, and therefore if you can just change it to your own email, you can just request a password change and access your own email at that point. With that said, Twitter hack, FBI leading investigation into Bitcoin scam, which targeted Obama, Musk, Biden, and many other high-profile accounts. So now the FBI is in on this. The FBI is leading the inquiry into Wednesday's Twitter hack. Hackers seized control of a number of accounts belonging to Joe Biden, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and many others. An earlier statement from the FBI said, "We are aware of today's security incident involving several Twitter accounts belonging to high-profile individuals. The accounts appear to have been compromised in order to perpetuate the cryptocurrency fraud." Which I'm surprised it actually took this long for Twitter to ban the strings of letters and numbers, as they say, such as public keys, on Twitter. Because this has been going on for a really long time now. This isn't anything new. Now, the size of this, the size of this hack, I suppose, is definitely new. However, again, people have been doing this for quite a while, and, they're fake Elon Musk accounts or fake this or fake that, and they just say, and it's always in the comments, like Elon Musk will post something, and then directly below that, somebody will post with the exact profile of Elon Musk, and then they'll have a bunch of bots, like 20 or 30 bots that say, hey, I did it and it worked, leading other people to confirm via the comments of everybody else, but really they're just 20 or 30 fake people that commented on it. So on Thursday, Reuters cited sources as saying federal investigators were now leading the probe. Neither the FBI nor Twitter have publicly confirmed the report. The attack occurred on Wednesday afternoon in multiple waves. First, the scam targeted accounts of prominent cryptocurrency leaders and companies before moving on to top names in politics, tech, and the entertainment industry, and each of them had posted similar message: send Bitcoin and the famous people would send you back double your money. Now this is a list of maybe not all of them, I'm not sure if it's a complete list or not, but it is a list in order of when when this actually happened. So starting at 8:16, somebody said, I have come to the decision that I'll be opening a paid Telegram group that is open, very limited people, few whales, and our post will signify, I'm not sure if actually that's supposed to be it or not, but Binance, I think, was first. We have Partner for Crypto for Health and are giving back 5,000 BTC. We have CZ from Binance, Gemini, Coinbase, KuCoin, Coindesk, Justin Sun, Tron, Charlie Lee, Bitcoin, the Bitcoin Twitter, Bitfinex, Ripple, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Uber, Apple, Kanye West, Jeff Bezos, Mike Bloomberg, Elon Musk, Joe Biden. Was that another Elon Musk, or is that just must have been two from Elon Musk? Joe Biden, who was the previous vice president of the United States. So that's actually pretty surprising that happened. I suppose it's all on Twitter, and if you get one password, you get them all. But that's pretty surprising. Warren Buffett, that's a good one though. Wiz Khalifa. Another Elon Musk, so it looks like they did that at least 3 times. Barack Obama, the former U.S. president, Mr. Beast, Floyd Mayweather, another Kanye West, and even more, Tentacion and Kim Kardashian. So quite interesting on the scope and scale of this hack was huge. So getting into the internal tools of Twitter somehow, and I've heard people say, oh, it's an inside job, but I hear that every single time there's some kind of hack exchange or some kind of Bitcoin going missing, it's an inside job. And that may be the case from time to time, but apparently they got into the tools and developer tools of Twitter and changed everybody's email address to their own. Now, I want you guys to see this video here. This is just Fox Business, and I want you to listen. I'm probably going to get a copy strike for this, but oh well. I had noticed this on my phone a little earlier. I was eating some dinner, and I was just scrolling through, and I happened to see this, so I wanted to see what they had to think about it. And it's quite sensationalistic, and you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to spin it in a different way. So just a moment here, and I may pause from time to time.
We're all looking at how to keep our information safe. But what's really going on here, as we are just months away from an election.
Oh, the election.
Electronics and the web may be at risk. Here in a Fox Business exclusive, we welcome renowned cybersecurity expert and founder of CyberScout, Adam Levin. Adam, I know you've had time to look at this. Give us a sense right now, sir, of what you think is really at work with the Twitter hack.
Well, this particular hack feels more like pay-for-play than it does a state-sponsored hacker. You know, we've seen these.
So immediately this guy is trying to say, okay, this is just some people that were trying to make some money and likely not a political hack in any way, shape, or form. But watch how Fox News tries to spin this around.
Before, where people will appear, will make an offer, people will buy into it, they'll send money, and then they disappear. My sense is if it were a state-sponsored hacker, they would have been looking to do something far more insidious than you give me 1,000 Bitcoin and I'll give you $2,000 worth of Bitcoin back.
That's pretty funny. I'm sure you didn't mean it to say that, but you give me 1,000 Bitcoin, 1,000 Bitcoin, and I'll give you $2,000 in Bitcoin back. That sounds like a really killer deal to me. Because $2,000 is not even the equivalent of 1 Bitcoin, but I'm sure he meant $1,000 in Bitcoin and 2,000 back. But I just thought that was a little humorous.
Because it just seems too transparent to be somebody of the professional level of a state-sponsored hacker.
Well, how do you know this is not some sort of trial balloon, kind of a secret trial balloon where whoever did it wasn't trying to either create some type of diversion or figure out weaknesses in big organizations like Twitter, which could then possibly be mimicked during the election, where we have all kinds of electronics moving across the internet to count votes in states and local areas?
Oh, no, there's no question that, you know, could it be an opening thrust?
So this poor guy is trying to talk about how this is, you know, I mean, not a simple attack, but I mean, obviously not a nefarious political attack. And immediately, because of the previous election with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, etc., that this is supposed to be some kind of state-sponsored attack, and who knows, it may turn out to be something like that. But I think the greater crypto community can immediately realize that this is just some people who wanted to steal over $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, or however much they could, and that's basically it. But of course, that's not cool enough for Fox News, and honestly, Fox News's viewers would not understand Bitcoin to begin with. And the video is quite funny, how naive it is, and even this guy who is talking, who is this supposedly world-class anti-hacker guy, or at least knowledgeable in all this. And it's amazing how both of them sort of mispronounce and how this naively talk about Bitcoin. And so this is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. I believe thoroughly that it was just some clever people who happened to get a hold of some developer tools or somehow into Twitter in a very clever way and hacked a bunch of profiles like has been done over and over, just not on this scale. And nothing really new to see here, but the whole video is them sort of trying to twist this into some kind of democratic or conservative election hack. And it's just, here we go again. But moving on to news from Twitter, I thought you guys might enjoy this particular article. This is one of those ouch sort of deals. You know how everybody, back in the day, they bought Bitcoin or they bought a pizza with 10,000 Bitcoin that would be worth like untold millions today, or people throwing away hard drives that happen to have 40,000 Bitcoin on them, and they're in the dumpster, and like they're trying to find it. They're like rooting through the dumpster and paying people to try and find this old hard drive they threw out. This maybe takes the absolute cake, as many celebrities back in the day were offered to do gigs for extremely high amounts of Bitcoin. But at the time, they weren't worth anything, and at the time, they weren't really worth anything to anybody, and most people had no idea what Bitcoin was. They just thought it was some sort of rubbish internet currency that could be deleted off of your hard drive or hacked, or the internet could just delete them at will. So Lily Allen turned down a chance to become a billionaire after refusing a 200,000 Bitcoin to play a 2009 gig. So the post, she refused to sing in an online video game. She was going to be paid to play in, what is that, real life video game? I can't even remember what it's called. But it was a video game. What is that game even called? Like Real Life or something? I don't remember. But about 5 years ago, someone asked me to stream a gig live on Second Life, that's it, for hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin, as if I said, idiot, #idiot. So if she had taken an offer of 200,000 Bitcoin, likely she would have sold them long before this, but we always like to say the worst because it's better that way. If she would have taken the offer of 200,000 Bitcoin, her haul would be worth an eye-watering $1.6 billion in today's prices, although that's in pounds, but it's about a horse apiece, I suppose. In a newly unearthed tweet from 2014, she wrote, about 5 years ago, someone asked me to stream a gig live on Second Life for hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin. It would have put her among the richest pop stars in the world, even overtaking Madonna and Beyonce's combined worth of 550 million pounds. According to Forbes. Lily is not the only one to make a Bitcoin blunder. We told on Monday about Brit IT worker James Hollis, who threw away his computer containing this is exactly the person I was talking about, who threw away his computer containing 74 million worth of the digital gold. Bitcoin was first created in 2009 and was effectively worthless, but it was soon picked up as a way of trading in often illicit products. Oh, come on, like drugs and weapons on the dark web, although it was. Now it's been given a cleaner image as commodities like London property and be bought and sold in the secretive method. The Treasury still has plans to crack down on the currency. I don't know about that. The Sun is a little bit weird in how it likes to word things, but that's basically it for this one. But I also heard, wasn't it Katy Perry that turned down like a gig for like 200,000 Bitcoin as well or something? Whoops. Oh well. But admittedly, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, she was a really famous pop star at the time. I haven't heard of Lily Allen in like a decade. But you know, and to do it for 200,000 Bitcoin on which was effectively for free. I mean, it might as well be for free. Like, she would have had to download a Bitcoin wallet, learn about it, know how to even use it and store it. So honestly, I get it. There was a lot of work involved, and especially if you have know nothing about it, you're like, why would I want Bitcoin? It's not worth anything. It's just stupid internet money in 2009. But anyway, the coin market cap, everything is still pretty stable. Chainlink moved up a little bit since yesterday, but it's sort of sharply going back down, and it's hard to say where Chainlink is going to be going lately. I've read some articles that that is basically claiming that Chainlink is undergoing a pump and dump scheme at the moment, and that there's really nothing that should be pumping this so high. And with that said, it will likely crash sometime soon. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. This is just what I have been looking at. I mean, if you Google Chainlink right now, there is certainly a lot of banter back and forth on either way. I also read a PDF file that has been going around as well. I think you can find it on the Chainlink Reddit, etc. Somebody sent it to me on Discord, and I read through it, and it claims that Chainlink is a fraud and is a scam on many levels. And I read through it, and I'm not quite convinced. I am not quite convinced that it is a scam, and I'm not necessarily convinced nor unconvinced that Chainlink is undergoing a pump and dump sort of situation right now. Now, this would be quite a long pump and dump, but, you know, with the recent rise in the past couple months of many dollars, of like $5 in just a few months, I begin to wonder at what point is it going to start going down. Now, you can see it going down right now, but that could just as easily pop back up. So I think Chainlink should be taken I think you should take a lot of caution with Chainlink right now. Those who bought in at 37 cents or $1 or something like that are reeling in it right now, and that's great. That is great for you. I never like to see people get burned. I don't like XRP or Bitcoin Cash, but if it goes up in price, I'm happy about it. I really am, and I find it. I find it cathartic for it to go up in price and know that everybody's sort of making out on the deal. I don't wish anybody to be losing money. And whenever I see a huge pump in price of, if you probably looked at this in the 3-month chart or something like that, it would be like hundreds of %. And that's great. That's great for everybody who bought in previously. But if you're buying in now around this $8.50 or $8.70, just be real careful about doing that. Wait for some kind of dip. Wait for something like this at the very least, or something like this back to $8. It's really hard to say. I don't think I'll be buying any more Chainlink at the moment because it's just if it goes down, I'm going to be stuck high and dry at $8 for probably a very long time, if not forever, just like a lot of coins back in 2017, 2018. If you were to buy them there, you are still waiting to sell your coins, essentially, unless you've already sold them for a loss. So guys, just be really careful about the Chainlink talk. I know there's a lot of videos. I think like Chico Crypto made a video that tries to proclaim that Satoshi Nakamoto is the creator of Chainlink because they have the same name, and he put some other coincidences in the video as well. But that video, while it was good entertainment, I was not convinced at all. I think the Adam Back video that was made by Barely Sociable was actually more convincing than Chico Crypto. But I do not think that the creator of Chainlink is Satoshi Nakamoto. I highly, highly doubt that. It was just definitely not convincing. There was a few coincidences that were in there, but not convincing enough, in my opinion. And Chico Crypto has been known, I don't mean to talk smack here, but Chico Crypto has been known to pump a lot of coins and be paid to pump them specifically. Namely, he pumped Pascal coin. There was a video on his channel. If you go back a year, I think it was a Pascal coin video. Pascal coin sort of died out mid if not early 2017. It was a proof of work coin, and we're talking it died out in price mid 2017. This was before the big wave that everybody got in. I like to think that the big wave of crypto came Q4, sort of later, maybe fall of 2017. That's when everybody was getting in. Everybody was pumping Bitcoin. Everybody was pumping Genesis mining, this, that, and the other thing. New coins coming out literally every day that you could mine. And Pascal coin was just not one of those coins that anybody really cared about at the time. Even during the hype of the 2017 cryptocurrency phase, nobody cared about Pascal coin. I honestly had barely even heard of it. I think I heard it in passing a couple times, but I never mined it, never bought it, never paid attention to it on the charts because it was nowhere near the top of the charts at all. And it was just like last year, I think in 2019, it might have been late 2018, I'm not sure the exact date of the video, that Chico Crypto was paid like $3,800 in Pascal coin in order to make a video about it, which is really weird because that, intentionally, when you are paid to make a video about it, the developers paid you in hopes that not only would you pump the price of their coin, but also get other people to be mining in it and trading in it and stuff like that. So there is an expectation if you are to pay a cryptocurrency YouTuber some sort of fee in order to talk about your coin. Why would you do that? If you were a developer, why would you do that? You have to ask yourself that. Like, well, because this guy's going to make it popular. It's going to make it go up in price. It's going to make more people mining it, more people transacting on it. But nobody did. It made it pump in price. It made a lot of his viewers go out and buy it, and then they just immediately got burned. You could actually probably see that in the charts. Let me just see and see if I can actually find that Pascal coin here. And let's go back. Let's go back a good ways. Let's go back at least a year. Maybe we can see it. It might have to actually go back a little bit further than that. Like an all-time. I'm not really sure what date he did, but it definitely pumped the price immediately. And it was just. It's just not something that, this might have been it, in October of 2018 here, like fall of 2018, and then it just immediately sort of dumped. Or maybe it was this right here that sort of pumped the price. Something did along those lines. And, so if he's into Chainlink, and of course he's going to make a video that tries to convince you that Satoshi Nakamoto, it just wasn't convincing. I didn't like the video. I watched it for like 5 minutes and was just kind of like, and then skipped through it. And it just wasn't a good video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. And as usual, I'll see you guys next time.